Welcome to Atlanta Tarot, Sagittarius. This is your forecast for June 2020. Quick shuffle. Okay. Energy around the tower. The tower, Sag. So something's going to be removed so that something new can come in. Maybe it's just lifestyles too, Sag, things, or just this whole COVID lockdown period, you know, people emerging from that slowly and just sort of having a bit of a different perspective on what's important in their life and what isn't. So whatever it is that you are going to change or sort of do in this June it's really important, but the tower is coming down to be replaced by something more sustainable. That's very 2020, isn't it? Sustainability, everyone talks, it's a buzzword. So yeah, let that one go in order for something new to be built. Okay, so let's see where you are right now. Yeah, you're on your path, so this is good. As long as you keep moving forward, you don't stop and you don't dwell in the past. You move forward all the time. A bit of vulnerability too with the star, but vulnerability is good. It sort of engenders caution and yeah, well, we don't know what's coming up these days. We don't know what's around the corner. And so it's a nice card. It's a card for the Aquarians, and they're very much like, very childlike in that way of, yeah, okay, what's going to happen? And it's almost a sense of wonder with the star, but it's also a lot about your faith in, having in faith that life will give you what you need, not necessarily what you want. So keep moving forward, Sag. What's influencing this and all the other cards in this story is judgment. So second chances, having paid off karmic debt. I'm sure we've all paid off a bit of karmic debt in the last 2 months, being at home and sort of having our world centered around our home for a change rather than just a place to sleep and sort of spend 2 days a week in. So we're sort of really resetting karmic debt being paid off, so you don't owe any debt to anybody. You've probably caught up with people that you haven't, you know, had or thought you didn't have time for, all that sort of thing, but it's a very karmic good card. So it's saying, it's almost like the second chance. New slate. Quite good. The background, Sag, temperance, universal balance, divine time. And I think of all the signs, the Sagittarians are probably, they're quite philosophical people. So they would go, okay, yeah, I'm going to adapt to this. What should I do? What do I need to focus on? And just going with the flow rather than fighting it. So this is the card for Sagittarians. So I guess for you guys, myself included, it's about looking out and looking outward and just seeing what can be done and being positive about things and just going with what we're being served up is what the universe and the planets are definitely. We're in eclipse season coming into June, so there's going to be a lot of moving and shaking with the big planets, as there has been most of this year. But this is about divine time, so just remember that, Sag. It is how it's meant to be. No one's got the script wrong. It's exactly how it should be. 3 big cards, Sag, actually 4. Interesting. And plus, don't forget, Gemini is Sagittarian's polar opposite sign, so it's quite interesting. Recent influences, and yeah, feeling a bit held back recently, Sag. This has been, I think, a lot of people, it's a minor card, so it's a transition. Just feel like the feeling of being held back. You can't get to do what you want to do. There's a lot going on. People, or you're just feeling like you're not getting to where you should be. But then again, that all ties in where we're at the moment, doesn't it? You know? It's like fighting a dragon, you know, and sometimes it's just like, okay, yeah, look, I'm not going to win against this dragon. So just surrender to the force. And 5 also is a card and a number of change. So yeah, this change has been ongoing for, I think we're just coming sort of relatively to a point in this situation where we can envisage some sort of replacement or new way of doing things after it's all sort of safe again. The lesson you'll be learning: don't give away your personal power, Sag. Even if you feel like, yes, for Sagittarians, they're big travellers and things like that, feeling held back, can't do that, can't do this, but you can do lots of other things. Don't limit yourself and don't sort of put yourself in a jail. You don't need to be in there. You can walk out any time. It's a frame of mind, this Eight of Swords. It's like, don't give your power away. Say no. No means no, and yes means yes. So don't become a prisoner of your own making just because you think, oh, I can't travel anywhere for 3 years or whatever they're saying. Just think, yeah, well, what else can I focus on that you can do? I know it sounds like, but that's just my interpretation. Near future, we have the devil. So in comes the devil, restriction again coming in. Yeah, and maybe a few of us, we've probably been eating too much, having that extra glass of wine a night because it's like, well, why not, chat, a bit of restriction coming up. The devil, like falling into old habits. Well, we're human, we do. And we know damn well when we've sort of gone overboard. So that might be coming up too. I know down here in Australia, the southern half of the continent's going into winter, so that can be another restricting factor. People eat too much and don't want to get out much, but just be aware that that's going to be around in early June, a bit of temptation perhaps as well. But I guess if you're aware of, and when these ones like the devil and the tower come up, if you're aware that they're coming up, you can sort of seed in with it rather than freak out and go, oh, what's going to happen? It's just literally a bit of restriction coming in. What's happening, you're not realising. The Lovers, oh my God, Sag, they're almost all of them big cards. Decisions to make. And this could all well go back to this tower. So what you're going to remove, it could be a lifestyle habit you're going to remove. It could be doing this, doing things a different way, and you're still in the process of deciding. But it might come to a head, in June where you think, right, that's it. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to do a new lifestyle regime, something like that. But it needs sort of conscious thought, like it's not just an impulsive Sagittarian impulse. Yeah, let's do it. This is the card of really thinking quite deeply about a decision to be made. Let's see how others see you, Sagittarius. This would be interesting. Yes, the Six of Cups. The past life card. Oh, people from the past popping up. People, remembering and contacting people that we haven't done for a long time. Somebody's thinking of you quite a lot, actually, Sag, and wondering why, whether they should or shouldn't. Maybe this person is, in fact, it's an old trap or an old relationship or something that went on there that wasn't really pleasant and it just didn't end well, and it could, their people have had time to think about, oh, I really need to contact that person. But then there could be a bit of a trap in it with the devil, but you know exactly what you should do and shouldn't do. You've got a moral compass. But very much people sort of looking at you like, oh, I want to call them and reconnect, that sort of energy, past lifey energy. Interesting. I'm feeling like it's an old boyfriend, girlfriend, someone from way, way back, Sag, that had a real impact back in the day. Yeah, it's interesting. What you're feeling positive about? The Queen of Coins. The Lady of the Manor. So she's really sort of sorted. She's earthed. She's feeling good about being at home. She's doing the cooking. She's enjoying all that home stuff. Very measured, feeling good about yourself. Really beautiful card. I love it. The green. Green is the colour of life itself. And that's you just feeling really kind of sorted and earthed. It's very much an earth card, Queen of Coins. Doing well, but a good feeling, like it's a nice, simple, grounded feeling. The outcome. Things up in the air a bit and towards the end of June. Yeah, still not quite sure about something, tossing something up in the air. Maybe somebody, this is the little spy card as well. Somebody might be, whoever this is looking at. Yeah, someone, I just feel like someone wants to get in touch with you again, but they're a bit worried about the past or whatever happened, or it might be kind of an addictive relationship, or it was, or something like that. And so this little spy, so they're sort of people where you feel like, oh, I wonder who sort of browses through my Facebook. It's that kind of energy, and we all do it. People say they don't, but we all like to snoop around on other people's social media and see, oh, is their life fabulous? It's just part of us. So that's interesting. Things up in the air, but being spied upon. So take that how you will, and I'm still sticking to the story, Sag, that I'm just going to put a clarifying card on how others see you, this Six of Cups. Because the Six of the Lovers is underneath it, I do, and this Devil, I do feel like it might be, it's an old, very past lifey person from your past. And we have the King of Cups. I rest my case. So this, yeah, this is a card of disappointment. This guy is very emotional. Keeps it, it's like he's frozen in time somehow. Like I always think he's like in a block of ice. So something happened to him a long time ago and that sort of really scarred him for life a lot. It's that kind of energy. Highly emotionally charged relationship with whoever this, they still look at you as that as well, Sag. It's like, yeah, and it was in a time of, I don't know, he can be quite addictive. He's like a Piscean type of Scorpio, Piscean, Cancerian guy, can be quite addicted to things. He's like a musician, he's very charming, but all that. But yeah, there's an addictive nature about this, whatever this relationship is, Sag. And I'd really be interested if some of you could sometimes leave comments and what you think. I'd like a bit more feedback because, yeah, it's just interesting. So keep your eye on whatever this is. It'll be interesting to see who this is. Okay, I'll just find your final Buddha reading card, Sag. Your advice. Gratitude. If you want to turn your life around, try thankfulness. It will change your life mightily. Gratitude is a powerful kindness energy when expressed outwardly by giving thanks for the richness brought to you by other people, their services and contributions. Your gratitude builds a feeling of kinship that breaks down all illusions of separateness. That's really nice. Have a lovely June, Sag, and really write some comments if you can. I'd like to know what goes on, and you know, especially with this kind of a reading, because it's quite intriguing. Thank you for listening. See you in July. Bye.